Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Daily Biology.
Ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Do it again now. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Getting horny now.
Today's episode, the stuff of science fiction. Gene therapy. Imagine if scientists were able to introduce new genes into your body. And what do they use for that? Viruses.
Viruses? Oh my god!
Yes, viruses. Dr. Darwish is the head researcher in the gene therapy field at the John Abbott Institute of Biotechnology. He is one of the brightest minds on the entire planet. We are very lucky to meet him today. Well, hello there, Dr. Darwish.
Hello there, Neil.
How are you?
I'm pretty good, and you?
Amazing, thank you. First of all, what makes gene therapy so important today?
Well, first of all, we've discovered in recent years that a lot of diseases such as cancer and Huntington's disease, they're all caused by genetic disorders. Now, gene therapy is very interesting because it makes it possible to go at the core of your DNA, extract the bad stuff, replace it by good stuff, and technically you should be cured.
Impressive, but how does it work for the people at home?
Alright, let's get started. To understand what gene therapy is, we must go at the basis of what biology is, and it's the smallest unit of life, which is your cell. Inside that cell, you have what is called your nucleus, and inside your nucleus, you have your DNA. Now, your DNA codes for proteins. And basically, if your DNA don't work, you don't have proteins, you don't have protein, you don't work. So, now let's say here you have your DNA, and this section here codes for a really important protein, but it doesn't work. It's really bad. Now, what gene therapy does is it basically deletes this and replaces it by a good copy of it. Now, how does it do it? Viruses.
Oh my god, viruses!
Yes, viruses. Now you may ask, why viruses? Well, first of all, it's very hard to get into that nucleus. It's very small and your DNA is extremely long. Now viruses have found a way naturally to inject their own DNA into your cells, and that's how they proliferate. That's how, if you have the common cold, they infect your cells and proliferate using your own cells. Now, for gene therapy, there are two main types of viruses that we use. There are adenoviruses and retroviruses. Now, let's say we take adenoviruses. Inside, you have your viruses. Now, if we take that virus and inject it with the DNA you want to inject into someone else's body, inject DNA. By the way, adenoviruses are very good because they can have a lot of DNA inside your nucleus. Then you take the patient cell, you mix it with the viruses. The viruses, they do their thing. They just inject whatever DNA they have in there, inject it in your nucleus, they replace that bad stuff you had here, replace it, and then you're cured. So as you see, with gene therapy, we can rewrite the book of life. Pretty crazy.
Unfortunately, Dr. Darwish had to leave us as he has just been called by the CIA for a national security threat. We can't tell you what it is as it is highly classified. Luckily, before he had to leave, Dr. Darwish had the time to teach me almost everything he knows. So, therefore, I can continue talking to you about gene therapy. There are two main types of gene therapy, somatic and germline gene therapy. As the name tells you, somatic gene therapy is used to treat your somatic cells, and germline gene therapy, your germ cells. However, we do not use germline gene therapy because there are too many ethical issues involved. Like, modifying your offsprings. That is something maybe the world isn't ready for yet, because that would be pretty crazy. Somatic gene therapy involves two types of therapy, in vivo and ex vivo. In vivo is when we introduce the vector, the virus, inside of an organism, a living organism, and ex vivo is when we extract some cells from it, modify them in lab using vectors, viral vectors too, and then introduce them back inside the organism. That's all, folks. Thank you for watching Biology Daily. But before you go, we'll leave you on three main ethical questions about gene therapy. One, genetically pre-design your baby. Is that something we could one day do, and is it good? Would it be a good thing, a bad thing? Two, gene doping. Would it be fair for people to modify their genes to be better at sports or at anything else? And three, are there risks involved in gene therapy? And yes, there are. Some people have died from treatment using gene therapy, as viruses and vectors are incompatible with your body and therefore can kill you. However, don't forget that gene therapy has a great potential of curing almost any disease. Like recently they have cured 5 men from leukemia, terminal leukemia, using gene therapy. And a couple of months ago they've cured a dog, several dogs, from diabetes type 1 using gene therapy. Thanks for watching.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Do it again now.